Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Gio here, back at it again with another video for the BCM course. Today for BCM 325's Digital Artifact, this will be episode 1 of a 3-part series. In episode 1, I will be covering where we are today in our technology and if we're able to replicate the holodeck technology introduced in Star Trek. Now, if you've seen my pitch video previously, you may remember me explaining about the holodeck and how it works. For those who hasn't, here is a little recap. In the world of Star Trek, holographic technology works very differently from what you may be acquainted to from the likes of Star Wars or any other sci-fi movies. Holograms in Star Trek can materialize into physical objects that you can hold, touch, and interact with. It's even capable of creating a doctor fully capable of thought and looks so real that you can hardly distinguish him from a real Starfleet officer. It's even capable of turning an empty room into any space you would like, from a forest jungle that's fully explorable to a pub from the 1970s with Bee Gees performing. As of now, in 2022, we don't have a holodeck and we're certainly quite far from achieving that level of technology. Heck, we might not even see it in our lifetime. The closest alternative we have for now is with virtual reality, augmented reality, or mixed reality, which is a combination of VR and AR. Since the sudden boom in VR headsets in recent years, VRChat on Steam Games was born in 2017. As a matter of fact, this is in some ways what the Metaverse promises to offer. To put it simply, VRChat is less a game and more of a virtual hub for people to hop on and hang out. You can dress up your avatar in any way you want. You can be Pikachu, Mario, anyone. If you dabble in 3D animation and can create an avatar, you can upload that into VRChat and wear it. It's not necessary to own a VR headset to enter this virtual world, but having one offers an experience like no other and gives you a small taste of what the future has to offer. Now, I mentioned before in my pitch video that Captain Jean-Luc Picard was able to live out his fantasy of being a detective in the 1900s by having the holodeck transform the environment to not only replicate the time frame, but he could become the detective and everything he does can affect the end of the story. We already have video games like The Walking Dead by Telltale, Noire, or Detroit Becoming Human, where players are given options at every turn and each decision can change the way the game ends, and the player would have to play through multiple times to achieve a desired ending. With that being said, there are some game developers out there working on more complex story-driven VR games. Noire is a good example where you become a detective trying to solve crime. You get to visit crime scenes and inspect the gnarly details and interrogate suspects by asking questions of your choice. We just have to marry these ideas together and we'll get a good glimpse of the holodeck technology. Now, enough talk about VR. Let's move on to MR, aka mixed reality. Mixed reality combines aspects of virtual reality and augmented reality. With augmented reality, we can see virtual things in the real physical world through a screen, perhaps like our phone. But mixed reality, on the other hand, allows us to not only see the augmented reality, but also interact with it freely like we would in a virtual reality, with controllers or cameras that can pick up our movements. Microsoft seems to be leading the forefront in terms of consumer mixed reality gadgets. They have introduced HoloLens and will be introducing Mesh as well. As of now, med students make good use of their HoloLens with the HoloAnatomy app, where they can get an augmented view of the human body and interact with it. Case Western Reserve University students were able to continue having their anatomy lessons at home thanks to COVID. The response from the students were overwhelmingly positive. To end this episode, we're already seeing the use of VR, AR, MR grow in the gaming industry and for educational purposes. Global companies are investing in MR to replace flat screens and keyboards for immersive experiences. With COVID happening in the last 2 years, this has only fueled the growth of this technology further. It's also worth pointing out that the events of Star Trek takes place a few hundred years from now. VR, AR, MR, this is all just a glimpse into that holodeck technology that Gene Roddenberry, the creator of Star Trek, had envisioned back in the late 20th century. That's it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. For the next episode, we'll be taking a deeper look into that holodeck technology's future representation. Are there studies or research going on currently that will lead us a step closer into a holographic future? Be sure to stay tuned for that. That's it for now. See you soon.